Hello everybody, Dr. Satyavani here, or Coach Sat, and I wanted to share this week about closing your fat ring. So that is the goal for our HBC Level 2 challenge this week, is to get that ring closed on fats. Now, I also wanted to share that fats often get a really bad rap because we have associated fats with gaining weight and all of these kinds of things. Especially if you grew up at the time in which I grew up or came of age during that time, that Gen X time where everything was like fat-free, don't have anything that has fat in it because therefore you're going to gain weight. So I wanted to provide a completely different perspective so that you can flip the script about fats in your head. So from a constitution standpoint, because again, I do everything according to constitution, fats are an essential part of building immunity. Okay, in my world, we call that OJAS. And OJAS is your high pro glow. It is your immunity, it is your vibrancy, it is your energy level. And it is very important to use that to support all systems of the body. So fats are one of those things that we absolutely need in order to have high immunity and to prevent disease. So think of the avocado and the nut butters and all of those things that you eat as disease prevention kinds of foods as you are closing your fat rings. The other thing is that they are also a thing that supports our fat tissue. So in our bodies, we have 7 layers of tissue. We have what is known as our blood plasma, our blood, which is rasa and rakta in Sanskrit, mamsa, which is our layer of fat tissue, meda, which is our muscle, ashti, which is our bone level and our bone marrow, and then what we have known as shukra, which is the hormone level. So fats support all layers of tissue, but very specifically our fat layer, which is very important to support our muscles and our bones. If we don't have enough fat on our bodies, then we have more tendency to have strained muscles and broken bones. So if you want to have strong bones and strong muscles, you have to have a good fat layer tissue as well. And so it's really great that we're doing these body scans to evaluate how much body fat or skeletal fat that you have inside of your body so that it becomes equivalent and balanced inside of your system. So having that fat layer is super important. We don't want to have no fat in our bodies because then we risk disease and we also risk injury. So closing your fat ring is really important. We also talk about healthy and unhealthy fats. You know, we hear this all the time, especially in the fitness world. And so making sure that you're having, healthy fats versus unhealthy fats. So in general, across the board, regardless of constitution type, healthy fats come from natural sources like ghee, which is clarified butter. And for those of you that do incorporate butter into your diet, I highly recommend that you get a good quality ghee. It's very, very dense and super supportive of muscle, bone, as well as your fat layer. Sesame oil, coconut milk, and cow's milk. Those are all excellent sources of really good fats that you can incorporate into closing that ring each week, or this week rather. And then unhealthy fats are, of course, things that are found in deep fried foods, as well as rancid oils and highly processed foods. We kind of know what all of those things are. Believe it or not, things like canola oil or lard are not really good sources of fat at all. So just be conscious of those as you incorporate those into your diet or not incorporate them into your diet, as well as if you go out to eat, finding out what kind of oils things are being cooked in, because that's really important. From a constitution standpoint, so let's go back. Many of you, if not all of you, have taken the constitution quiz, and we are forever grateful and hope that you find it really interesting and beneficial. From a vata standpoint, or that ectomorph standpoint, body constitution, great options for fats include ghee, sesame oil, almond oil, and coconut oil. And ghee is particularly recommended as it has nourishing properties, and sesame oil is ideal for both dietary use as well as using it as a massage oil. I know that might sound weird, but it's excellent for your tissues in that respect. From a pitta dosha standpoint, or a mesomorph constitution type, Cooling and anti-inflammatory fats are suitable for pitta, which include coconut oil, ghee, olive oil, sunflower oil, and omega-3 rich foods like chia seeds, flax seeds, and avocados. So I always tell people that if there was one food that I can only have for the rest of my life, it would be avocados. So excellent choice. And coconut oil is cooling, while ghee can actually increase heat. So in the summertime, using more coconut oil, if you are in that mesomorph or pitta constitution bracket, if that's your primary, that's an excellent, those are excellent sources for you to use. And then finally, from a kapha constitution standpoint, or an endomorph constitution standpoint, we're looking at things that are going to be a little bit more stimulating to circulate fat a little bit more, to burn it a little bit more. And so the best ones that we recommend are going to be ghee, mustard oil, flaxseed oil, and fish oil. So if you do take fish oil supplements and you have a kapha or an endomorph body constitution, that's a great option for you. Mustard oil can be heating and can help with eliminating any kind of congestion or swelling. So if you have like an extra water layer inside of your body that you feel is showing up around the ankles or in the arms, mustard seed oil is excellent. And flaxseed oil provides essential fatty acids, which is excellent for that constitution type. In general, do not avoid fats. I know that it tends to be the smaller of the rings in terms of the grams, but definitely do not avoid it. You cannot be fat-free. It is not good for your body. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the coaches and go get them this week. Have a wonderful rest of your day.